Hello everyone, it's the Alchemical Crafter here. I guess you already can probably figure out what I'm doing today. I'm working in my little mini alchemist journal again, and today she's going to be studying toads and frogs. I would say amphibians, but this is all I have. I have nothing else. So that's all she's found so far. So I'm going to put one on the front and one on the back, and I thought bubbles, the one of these was a bubble stencil, so I figured that would be cute for the frog. And put the toad on the back with some other stuff. But yellow will not work. And I'm thinking, I haven't done this yet in my journal. I think I may try to stain this. I don't have a really good green, so I'm going to try to mix the green and the brown and see if I can get a muddy greenish color. So we'll see. I haven't messed with my sprays in a while, man. I could really be messing with this journal. Wow, and you can tell. This is one of my older ones. It's almost gone. Maybe if I didn't. There we go. Whoop. See, look at that color. It's not really a frog color. So we're gonna mess that with. And then just spray it all together. Well, this is really fun with the stencil behind it. Working it around. I need some more brown there. There, that's getting the muddy color I want. Just got to get this corner now. You know what? We can do that with my finger. They're already dirty. And then bring it back down this way. Okay, that is mostly dry. I'm pleased. It's always a if when I use those, but if it'll work out or not. But so that's done. I think the frog definitely is going to go on that page. And I don't know. I'm going to cut them both out, and we're going to see which one looks better on it, but I won't make you watch that as per usual, and I'll see you back when I'm done. Okay. So I have the frog and all of his little parts, and I have the toad over here and all of his little parts. So we just need to determine which one looks best on this, because that is a different color green than that. This it just contrasts completely. But the frog is first. So if the frog is first, I can make this the front of the book and that the back of the book to put the toad on it. Man, I just think, because I'm not going to do much to the background because it just looks so cool. So the toad takes up more space. So I think I'm going to give the toad, which is the second page, right? First page, second page. He's upside down. There. And this is all of the frogs. I cut all the little bits out. And each of them they have two different names. And these are just some grass parts that I may use. So I think a specimen card. I figured this one with the mushroom would be really cute because of toadstools. So if I use this one, it would be on this page. Man, I really like the toadstool thing. I like that. How can I make that work and make this page balanced? Get this name on here without it looking funny. That is 2 words, so I could cut that in half and put... Okay, let's make this work. And instead of this, look at all these pages that I can make work. Ah. This name down in this. I think I'm gonna have to cover up the designation as well. Let's get this one down first. Ooh, that's a lot of glue that we don't need. Cover that sample. Well, that's not straight, but it's down, so. And this is the edge. Do I want to cover up the frog? I think so. I think I like the frog on top. The frog can cover everything else. I think I'm going to put this down in the lower corner down here. I cannot tell you guys how much well, I can because I'm doing it now, how much I've enjoyed playing this little journal. I've kind of put all my other projects aside and I'm like focusing on this completely. But what I think I'm going to do is just release one of these a week, and it's going to lighten my load to do just 1 episode a week for a little while and basically catch up on some videos. So that I'm not always, I feel like I'm always running behind. And I don't like that feeling. And it's not that I have to release 2 videos every week. I just like, I'm a person of consistency. I like consistency, and when I'm not, it bugs me. This is, I think, the 4th page in my book so far. And I haven't bound the book yet. I decided on this journal because of the way what I'm using as the pages. I'm gonna bind it at the very end. It just seemed the most logical for me. I don't think this is wanting to stick down to that. I think I'm gonna have to use this glue. I think it's too many, you know what I mean. Too bumpy. I need some more of this glue too. I'm running it low on all my glues. No. Don't normally like using this on paper because it warps, but this is a pretty thick card, so I don't think we're gonna have a problem. This page is a little slick. And I think the bumpiness combined with the slickness is causing issues. I need to find me a non-rusting pen. Okay. Time for Mr. Toad. I guess the Toad's a he. I don't know why. I think I'm gonna line this grass up right with that edge. That'll be where he lives. Oops. Besides, these videos are not getting a lot of views, I guess because they're not really what my audience is looking for, which is why I'm not going to release them all at once. I'm enjoying it, so this is the for me video, and I will continue to do my normal stuff with my other video every week, because I will continue to release new things every week outside of this. Mr. Toad. Since the Toad's a he, we're going to make the frog a she. Just, you know, balancing. Why do I keep doing that? Because most of the time I don't, and I lose the pen. I can't tell you how many of these pens I've lost. I don't know where they are. I'm going to get poked one of these days. I need to find them before this weekend, because this weekend we open up this back room to the dogs, and that cannot happen. I've got to find them before then. I love these simple ones. Now this is grass. I think I don't really need the grass, but I got the grass. I cut it out anyway just in case. And I think I am. I'm going to do them right there. They worked. I'm not going to ink them up though, because, well, you can't see the light, so it'd be nice to get rid of that. Okay. Don't know how well this is going to stay with this glue, but we're going to try it. Oops. It's falling apart. I like that. You know what? We've got some open space here, but I don't really care. I kind of like seeing the pattern behind. So now that we've done the back of this card, we're going to go to the front and deal with Mr. Froggy. Miss Frog. He's Mr., so she's a Mrs. Not a Mrs., just a Miss. She doesn't have to be married. I'm rambling. It happens. Yeah, we could do that again. Take this other half and put that on that. So he needs something on the back. That looks very homey for him. I'm just going to make this the full back, and then I'm going to put some writing on top of it so that it's not, you know, St. Patrick's green everywhere. That still shows like that. Cool. This is those look like that one. This is so handy and very dirty. I'm sure nobody's surprised about that in my stash. Okay, so that's the back of the journal. This is the front of the journal. Question is, which is up and down? I think I'm gonna go with that way. Now we ink it up. That way. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that height. Okay, good, good, good. I keep trying to train myself. I keep zooming the camera in further and further and further. Trying to train myself to stay in, but so that you guys can see the detail. And so if I stroll out of that zone, I apologize. Because I've been working with a much bigger platform, and now I think I'm kind of down to this area. I could be completely wrong. See, these cards keep getting thicker and thicker because I keep adding layers to them. So the more I do the cards, the more I realize I'm probably not going to be able to do the linen binding, which I think because of that, I'm going to do a linen binding on a different journal, a journal I start after this. And I think this one I'm just going to have to do the 3-ring, which is a new method that I have not tried before. So, but I've seen many times, like at least 3 times recently in videos. So it's nothing I've come up with. It's something unique that I've seen recently, and I want to try it. Okay, but that's too much. So let's give him, let's take some notes on this. Oh, this obviously was in the stuff I got from Michael's for Halloween, because it's the Judge in the Trials for Witchcraft Salem. I love that. I think it kind of goes with the journal, so we're going to keep that part. Which part do we want to show under him? I think we want to keep the top part and go down. Oh, but that's going to cut that part out. So, no, we're going to... We'll just make sure we keep all of that part. I thought that writing looked really old, like old-fashioned. Like not paper old, but the actual writing itself looked pretty old. That's pretty cool. Cool if I say so myself. Okay. I like that very much. So now you can see with all these layers that I keep adding on these cards that are already thick. I mean, because they were thick enough to have to hold the miniature that was inside of them. And so adding any like thick toppings like pockets or buttons or ribbon or anything like that. It'd make this journal unmanageable. We can't have that now, can we? Seeing the frog reminded her of some history in her family. Maybe she has some witch history in her family, and she wrote a little bit about that. So I like that. I don't want to hide too much of the green because I think it's cool. But, oh, maybe we can use this really huge field label. How about that? That one or this one? That kind of goes better with this. This is the binding. And what else do we have? We have his name, which I think I'll put right here. And his other name, which can go down here. I think that one needs a little something behind it. A little something, something. This doesn't have, there's nothing up there. I think that will help. I like that. Yeah, it just needed something to separate it. Okay, that's perfect. I like that. I can't stress how much limiting my, and I've seen other people do this. This is not a unique thing, but limiting what I put on a page. Like normally I go with a general theme, but a theme I can grab so many different things. But if I go in with a one item focus, not a theme, like normally I'll go in with, like, for instance, I'll do my, when I bought some supplies recently from a store, I was like, I'm going to do all these supplies. Well, that was really easy to do because I tried to focus just on those supplies. But when I'm trying to think of something to put it in my journal that's pretty, it's like, oh, well, it's a nice spring day. I want to do something springy. Well, I've got a ton of spring stuff, and it takes me forever. I gotta put this down first. So, limiting your supply list. Like, and I, for little accent pieces, I knew I wanted a specimen thing on every single card. So I just have this little supply over here that I reach to. I don't have to go hunt everything down. This is cute. I'll deal with him last. Okay. Just glue the specimen down. Mr. Froggy has not been... Miss Froggy. Sorry. She's a miss. I'd rather cover up more of the writing than the specimen. And now, Did I ink this? I don't think I did. Okay, where do we want this? Down here? On top of that grass? I think right there on top of that grass. Grass just gets in the way. Okay. And then I do have a couple of other grass pieces that I can put down. Actually, before I glue this, let's just... Nothing says... I think I like this one down here, and maybe that just coming up. Okay. Let's glue this to the back of this. So let's do all of this one. And this guy. I hope I inked him. If not, too bad. He's going down. I don't think I did. Where is that? Ow. Oh yeah. Just, oh, I do need to snip the corners. Just the one corner. I love that witchcraft thing. Okay, so let's see. Oh wait, that's the, yeah, that's the front of the page. So this is the frog page. Wrote about her history. This is about the frog. And I'm going to pretend I know what these words mean. I'm going to assume that they are frog. And then turn the page, and here's all about the toad. I've loved every single one of these cards I've done. They're all very unique, but have a kind of a central theme. And I'm enjoying it. I really hope you guys are. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.